This is Tonks. I am going to take a video while I work with her today. We're just free lunging today. So if the video gets a little wonky, I apologize, because I'll be doing work while I'm videoing. So Tonks is 4. She's our most she's our like biggest eventing prospect we have. She retired uninjured. She has great big potential to be whatever she wants to be, and she wants to do big things, because when we do little things, she's like, this again, I'm bored with this. So she always wants to be doing bigger and better things. Can you go out on the back on the rail, please? So the reason I'm free lunging her, I had to take a little bit of a step back with her, which is okay. It happens with horses when they're doing this retraining. So when they come off the track, they don't know anything about being a riding horse. So I basically have to teach them a second language. And what I do first is I get them to be voice commanded, so that way when I'm sitting on their back and I say trot, they should pick up the trot. If I say whoa, walk, they'll come down to the walk. If I say whoa, they'll stop. I use my whoas as sort of like half halts. But I noticed, so I do that a couple reasons. One is so that they understand that when I'm on them versus when I'm on the ground, we're sort of the same thing, same entity. The second is because they have no idea what leg pressure means. So if I just was to get on her back and put my legs on her to make her move forward, she would have no idea what that means. So I use my voice as a little bit of a bridge to get her to understand what leg pressure means. So she understands that. However, she's doing great with voice command under saddle. However, she's gonna roll, which is okay. When I go to cluck at her, she is not responsive with the cluck. So if I need her to move up, move forward, I don't have anything in my arsenal to get her to do that, because obviously my legs won't work. If I just asked her to trot again, that's not the same to her, and so and she's been unresponsive with the clucking now. So we've dropped back down to a little bit more groundwork so that I can get her to respond to the clucking, because that is important for us moving forward, that I have somewhere to go. So that's what we're going to work on today. Is I'd like her to be responsive to my clucking forward. And hello, you can roll, it's okay. I know I'm videoing you, your personal private space. She is very smart, this mare, but she was treated very poorly at the track. There was a lot of harm done to her mentally at the track. They basically called her worthless. They told her that they basically treated her like she was a superstar, because she was supposed to be a superstar, and then when she didn't perform like they wanted, it was like, oh, you're dirt to us, you don't mean anything to us, and they started to mishandle her, mistreat her, and it sort of messed up her little psyche a little bit. So the if you're not gonna roll, we gotta work. Yeah, okay. So when I got the call from the trainer, who just said, she's miserable here, can you please just take her and make her happy? Walk. 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 And so, walk. Good girl. So when she got here, yes, she was miserable. Now she's much happier, of course. She does love to work. She is very smart. However, there is an underlying thing that she still has, where she's still a little bit stubborn. She doesn't want to be, told what to do. She wants to work with you. She sort of is one of these horses that wants to know what's going on before you go and do the thing. So she's much happier if you can explain all of the things, the process to her. She's much happier than just like forcing her in a situation and being like, do it. She won't be able to handle that kind of thing. But if you can explain all the things that are happening and that are going to happen to her, she's much easier to respond. So I'm going to ask her to pick up the trot here in a second. And what I'm looking for, which she already knows, is relaxation, put her head down. These are the things that I look for, the qualities that I look for. But right now, since we're working on responding to the clucking, we're going to work a little bit on that. And you'll see I do a 4-level of ask, which means when I want her to do something, I'll first request it, give her a beat. If she doesn't respond, then I'll ask it, give it a beat. If she doesn't respond, then I'll tell her to do it, give her a beat. If she doesn't respond, then finally I'll demand her to do it. So that way I try to have a conversation with them so that they understand, look, we can have our whole talk just about requests and a nice whisper back and forth. Nothing has to get out of hand. But if you don't listen, then things are going to get more and more heightened. So that they have a choice in the matter. All right, Mama. Trot. Trot. Good girl. Good girl. So head down is nice, but what I want is to respond to the cluck. So as long as she goes forward, I know we're coming off the rail. Part of this is because I'm videoing, so. Good girl. So when I cluck, I want a little bit more action. Good girl. Good girl. I want a response. Good. Good girl. Good. And then I'm going to slow my body down, go, whoa, walk. She comes right back down. So she understands that real easily. The whoa walks and the voice commands she gets. It's just I want her to be a little bit better on the clucking just for me being under the saddle with her. And she's doing great. We're going to go one more time this direction. And sorry, I don't know if you can see, but I am using just a flag. I don't necessarily use whips. Sometimes I'll ride with the long dressage whip just to help, like if they drop their shoulder. But I don't tend to use whips or crack whips because it seems very aggressive and very damaging to them, especially the racehorses seem to have a negative effect to it. So I just use a little flag and I can make it make noise, but it's not a aggressive thing. All right, let's do one more time. Trot. Trot. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. There we go. Good. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can get her into a canter. 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 It's a little bit harder. Canter. Canter. Good girl. Canter. Good girl. Oh, you can't sneeze and canter. 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 Good girl. Oh, almost. Canter, one more time. I know. Canter. 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 Good girl. Forward. There you go. There you go. There. Whoa, trot. Good girl. Good girl. No. See, she knows we're going to switch directions in a second, but I wasn't ready. Whoa, walk. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, now we're going to switch directions. Sorry, I got to switch my video hand. Oh, God, I dropped the flag. Okay, there we go. So I'll give it a little break this way. So you'll see, like, when we pick up the T word, I usually just have to get from the request to the ask. She usually goes off of the ask. But when we do the C word, I usually have to get into the tells and the demands, but that's for right now. I give her the choice to respond to just me requesting and asking, and she chooses not to do that, then I get a little more out of breath in asking, and she gives it to me. But this horse, she's very bored right now. She very much wants her person. She very much wants to start doing the big things. The way we run our program, I'm very I want you to have all the building blocks to go forward. And so I want her to have all the things that she needs moving forward, which is why it's taking just a little longer. But she would much rather be out in the fields, run around, jumping jumps. Normally I can keep her on the rail a little bit better. It's just that I've got the camera. All right, let's get this side over with. Trot. Good girl. That's a girl. Oh, it's beautiful. Forward. Good. Good girl. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Whoa, walk. Beautiful. And when they do the right thing, when she does the correct good thing, I don't sit out here and make her do it again and again and again. She does the right thing, great. Done, moving on. Because I don't want her to be resentful of work. I want her to come out and enjoy work. I know she's bored right now, so I get it, but I also don't want her to come out here and hate all the things. So that's with every horse. If you do it right, the workout session can be very quick. Because even though this is a little physical, mainly this is mental. She gets her physical workouts, in turnout or on the Eurosizer. She does more physical things elsewhere. With me, working in here, it's more mental. All right, let's see if we can do this canter. All right, Mama. Trot. Trot. Good girl. Canter. 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 Good girl. There's a good girl. Whoa, trot. Good girl. Keep going, same direction. Thank you. Good, that's a good girl. Nice big trot. Good girl, nice and forward. Good girl, there we go. Okay, whoa, walk. Beautiful, beautiful. I loved how that ended. I loved her responsiveness. I loved how when I clucked, she went right in, pushed forward, did all the right things that I needed. So because of that, she can be finished. So I'll make her walk around just a little bit. Hopefully this came out okay. I'm sorry if it was all moving around too much. Hopefully it's okay. Good girl. You want to come in with the middle with me? Yeah, come on. It's hard to turn away. You want to come in? No, not because I'm looking at you with the camera. Yeah, I know, you're so beautiful. You're a good girl. You did a good job, okay? Good girl. Yeah, you're so beautiful. Yeah, you're so beautiful. You gonna follow me? Okay. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.